Zilch left, 35 Wichita Macho
Dice
Toe.
right, F5.
Dice right numbers, 3 Jet Spielberg.
Ready? Right. All right, welcome back to the Pre-Snap Pressure Podcast, episode 24. Happy New Year's. Well, New Year's Eve, I guess, when you're going to be seeing this. Yeah, again, sorry for the late episode 2 weeks in a row. We just had, this week was just conflicts with schedule and weather. Ryan?
Yeah, well, okay. It was very nice the first week. Okay, it was 80 degrees and sunny and warm, and now it's 30 degrees and on Monday it was 30 degrees and windy. Okay.
No, it was definitely, dude. I walked outside this morning. There was just trash all in my bushes from just wind gusts that had just blown over from the day before.
Yeah, it was like Sunday night. We got like 25 mile per hour winds with like 35 mile per hour gusts, and I was like, and our power was going out, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oof, that's bad.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Anyways, getting into the episode, we are going to have a little bit of a shorter episode for you today. That's because we're not recapping any games, really. But we are going to go over some of our favorite guys from the transfer portal. Not doing any film this
We'll
week,
do their
but...
clip show next episode.
Oh, the episode after, yeah. We'll get to these guys at some point with the highlights in the film. But Ryan has some guys he wants to talk about. And oddly enough, they all play the same position.
Yeah, they may or may not all be running backs, and I mean they're all just some of my. I mean they're on some of my favorite teams, just because like watching these guys, they had such a big impact for their teams. The first guy I'm going to talk about went to North Texas this year, Caleb Hawkins, top 5 in rushing yards this year, nearly 1,500 yards. I believe he is a freshman. Had 25 rushing touchdowns this year alone. And let's see. Bit of a threat out of the backfield as well. 32 catches, 370 yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns with a 68-yard long. So, I mean, he just had a really good season for a freshman, like his buddy Drew Messamaker. He's entering the transfer portal. I'm assuming that he's going to go to Oklahoma State, because that's where Morris is. But, I mean, with a guy like him, I wouldn't be surprised if he got opportunities elsewhere. Another guy I want to look at is Hollywood Smothers. He's another one of those guys who I've just been super high on. He didn't really... I shouldn't say that. He had nearly 1,000 yards this year, behind not one of the best offensive lines in the country and behind one of the lesser teams in the ACC. I mean, he's got everything you could want. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can make guys miss. So another guy I'm excited for. And then this guy he just hates Texas A&M as much as I do, apparently. Quintravian Wisner. Yeah, he has had. I mean, some really good games throughout his career, but his 2 best games have come against Texas A&M. So I mean, how can I not like this guy? And when he's given the blocking, he can find the holes, and when he gets to the second level, he's really fast and he's hard to catch up with. So I mean, I can only imagine where he's gonna go. I have no idea, to be honest. But super excited for him.
You just like running backs, don't you?
It might actually be my favorite position, dude. All of my favorite guys are running backs.
Very valid opinion, by the way.
Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like I can say any differently. Bijan Robinson. Anyways.
Yeah, Bijan!
Bijan! I don't. Do I sound a little off this week?
I mean, maybe.
Okay, well, you can thank Bijan for that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
93-yard touchdown. Anyways, my top 3 guys currently from the portal. By the way, this is one of my guys, but it goes out saying. Cam Coleman, pretty good football player. By the way, not bad. Number 1 prospect in the portal this week. Probably gonna be the top receiver in the portal. Probably was the top 5 receiver in the country. Not bad. We can talk about him in a second, though. Mine are all from different positions. The first guy I want to talk about was Byron Brown. Probably going to go to Auburn, considering now I know two of Auburn's quarterbacks went to the portal. As Jackson Arnold gone into the portal as well.
I haven't seen him, but he could just
I
be a
know
3-star.
Deuce Knight and Ashton Daniels both have, but I haven't seen anything about Jackson Arnold yet. But anyways, it's safe to assume Byron Brown is going to end up at Auburn with Alex Golish. Was Golish's quarterback at USF. Dude's insane running ability, extremely athletic. He's just pure dual threat quarterback. Incredibly fun to watch. Next guy I wanted to talk about was Eugene Wilson, or Trey Wilson, wide receiver out of Florida. This has been Florida's #1 receiver the last 2 years. Guy's a really good route runner. Doesn't have the best size at 5'10", 194, but he's got a really good catch radius. And if you get this guy the ball in space, you're going to have a really hard time tracking him down. This is probably one of the guys I wanted to look into for film in one of the upcoming episodes. So we'll get into that. And the last guy I wanted to talk about is A.J. Harris, cornerback who's transferring from Penn State. Had a down year this year, but was an All-American 2 years ago. So you know you're getting star power with this guy in the secondary. And by the way, quickly before we go into game previews, speaking of Ken Coleman, where do you think he is going to end up when the portal opens in 2 days?
I mean, where's Heartline right now?
USF?
I don't think he's going to USF. All right.
To be okay, all of the early intel suggests he's staying in the SEC. By the way,
I see. I mean, LSU. I see Florida. I see Georgia. I see Texas. They've been able to grab some transfer receivers. I don't see Mizzou, unfortunately. I mean, my best bet, I think my top 3 would probably be Texas, LSU, and Georgia. Not in any particular order. Just because of the coaches that are there.
I want to see what the...
Because Coleman's a senior, right?
No, he'll be a junior.
Oh, he'll be a junior? Oh, okay, then I could see him at... I mean, I could honestly see him anywhere in the SEC at that point, if he's got another year.
Yeah, he's got 2 years of eligibility. I want to see what he's valued at. At least $1.8 million according to On3. Yeah. So you're gonna be paying a price tag if you go and get this guy, but you know you're getting a stud at receiver. The focal point of Auburn's offense the last 2 years, it has tried to drag them through the mud the best he could. Did have a very crucial fumble in the Iron Bowl.
Bro sucks.
But yeah. No team should get him. He should retire. No. Yeah, very well worth the top rank in the portal currently.
Okay, I'm looking at real quick. I'm looking at Caleb Hawkins right now. He's from Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That dude is going to Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why there's no crystal ball prediction yet. Like it's.
I don't think they're doing those.
It's gonna
yet
happen
because I don't think they're doing those yet because the portal hasn't officially opened. Because none of these guys have crystal ball predictions. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to rain on your parade. That's on me.
Yeah, it is on you actually.
All right. Really?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, moving on to the actual games of college football, the important ones that are being played today. Unlike your Texas Longhorns. Just kidding. Anyways, 4 playoff games in the second round. First one starting off on New Year's Eve tonight. When this is being released at 7:30. Miami, number 10, and number 2, Ohio State. In the Cotton Bowl. 9.5 point spread for Ohio State. That seems like a little bit much to me. That a shared opinion you have, or?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think Miami, their defense is a very strong defense. I know, obviously, Ohio State they've got that. They've got Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, and Julian Sayin is a very good game manager. I'll say, to where he can get those guys the ball, and I mean their offense can roll when they want it to. And Bo Jackson in the backfield, obviously, but if Miami's defense can play not even as good as they did against Texas A&M, just like half as good as they did against Texas A&M, and that Miami offense can play any better. I mean, like, can put up more than a touchdown drive to end the game. I feel like Miami can easily cover, if not keep themselves in it long enough to where they have a chance at winning. But I just think Ohio State, I mean, they were undefeated for 13 weeks of the year for a reason, and I mean, I think for as much as I just knocked that offense, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to stop. Indiana has been the only team really to do it. They've scored probably 20 plus every week except for week 1 and the Big Ten championship, and they didn't really have the toughest schedule in the world, but I mean they took care of business, and when it comes to Big Ten play, you can really only play who's in front of you. They destroyed Michigan on the road, which Michigan was having a good year, so that's never easy to do. Go and beat your rival on the road. So I mean, I think Ohio State's going to take this. That's a long way of saying that. Ohio State should be able to win this, but I could definitely see a world where Miami covers.
I see a world where Miami wins. I don't think that's going to happen though. I will pick them to cover the 9.5 point spread. For me, what it's going to take for Miami to take down Ohio State is obviously their defense is going to have to play, but it's going to fall on their quarterback, Carson Beck, to actually take over the game. And I just haven't seen that from him this year. Last, 4 or 5 games, he's kind of been a one-trick pony, and the one trick has been, just throw the ball to Malachi Toney. Ohio State's probably going to do their best to take away Malachi Toney, so what can Carson Beck do as a playmaker, as a quarterback, to find ways to dice up the Ohio State defense? I just don't see it to the level where Miami's going to actually be able to pull the upset, so give me Ohio State. Moving on to tomorrow's games on New Year's Day, the 12 o'clock Eastern Time game is number 4 Texas Tech, number 5 Oregon in the Orange Bowl down in Miami Gardens. Ryan, who do you got?
Yeah, this is the game of our 2 favorite teams in the playoffs.
Yep.
Minus Georgia, obviously for you, but
obviously.
But our 2 favorite teams we root for. I mean, Tech has been exactly what I like to see in a team. Shut down defense, super fun offense. I mean, it's Jacob Rodriguez should be the Heisman. I will die on that hill every single day. I mean, he has led this team. He has led the best defense in the country without a question in my mind. They have the one loss to Arizona State, but since then they have, I mean, I'm not going to do the math on this, but they've given up a total of, 43 points over 6 weeks. And they've shut out two of those opponents.
It's just over 7 points a game.
Yeah, it's nuts. They gave up 20 to Kansas State, and then they haven't given up double digits since. So it's terrifying. They've given up a total of 7 points on opening drives the entire season, and those 7 points came in the Big 12 championship, and then they didn't give up another point in the Big 12 championship. You can score on this defense, sure, but you better hope that their adjustments don't work, because if they can make the adjustment on you, it's over. I mean, they have a terrifying defense to play against, and they have been one of my favorite teams to watch all year, even as a Longhorn fan, which, by the way, Tech and Texas hate each other. Mostly Texas hating. Well, actually, I mean, it's a little mutual, but I mean, I would love to watch Texas Tech win a national title. I think this is such a fun team.
You think that's a fun team? I think Oregon's a fun team. I don't think Texas Tech has seen an offense with this many weapons at their disposal at all this year. But like you said, Texas Tech is probably the best. They're one of the best at making halftime adjustments and just adjustments throughout the game. So if Oregon's going to want to win, they got to score quickly. But I am going to take Oregon to win because I think they match up good enough to Texas Tech, to Texas Tech's defense as an offense. I think defensively, I think they have the pieces in place to shut down Texas Tech's run game, which is what propels their offense. So
I think it's
give
a
me
little
the
ironic
Ducks.
that I'm picking the defensive team and you're picking the offensive team.
I know, right? It is a little weird. Anyways, 4 o'clock game. Rose Bowl, number 1 Indiana, number 9 Alabama. Indiana by 7. Actually, I think Indiana.
I was like, I'm
not
not
gonna lie to
even gonna
you.
pick Bama to cover, dude. I don't
I'm
think.
not gonna lie to you.
I think the only reason this game could be close. Never mind. No, I don't even. I was gonna say is because of maybe. Well, yeah. All right. Kalen DeBoer's got coaching experience in the playoffs, but I mean that's the only reason I see this game being close is Kalen
Your team in the
DeBoer
playoffs.
is an experienced coach in the playoff. Kurt Signetti. This is he's got one game under his belt, no wins. So I mean, that's the only reason I see this game being close, but I don't even think Alabama's going to cover. They can't run the ball, and Indiana has infinite weapons on them. So
If Alabama's even gonna keep it close, they gotta make some turnovers happen. And Indiana's a good team at not turning the ball over.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
gotta be like that Oklahoma game where you gotta get some big plays on defense.
Yeah, you better hope
To
their
put-
kicker just starts missing everything as well.
Oh, that too.
I
Big
mean,
Sandhill.
I think for Alabama to have a shot, they got to rush for at least 50 yards because they've shown that they can win without running the ball. So they got to run for at least 50.
The fact that that's their number is sad. 50. They struggled to get 50. They got what, 20 in the game against Oklahoma? Let me see this.
Maybe.
25 for 28.
That's horrible.
I think they've only rushed for over 100 once this year, which is actually like pitiful.
Yeah.
That's
That's ugh. Just not good.
Yeah, that's bad. It's been more than that, but it's still been just awful. And they've been so depleted at running back because of injuries and just guys not working out. I think they've had 4 different starting running backs this year. That's how like scrambled their running back room has been. The healthy Jam Miller, things might be a little bit different, but I don't believe so. Anyways, last game, the 8 o'clock game, tomorrow on New Year's Day. Number 3 Georgia, number 6 Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl. Georgia back in the Sugar Bowl after losing last year to Notre Dame. Ole Miss first time in the playoffs, albeit without their head coach to start the year, Lane Kiffin. Of course, they did beat up on Tulane in the first round. And now here comes the first real test, a rematch with Georgia. Ryan, who do you got?
Yeah, this game was a shootout the first time these two teams played. Ole Miss scored on, what was it, its first 4 drives, right?
5.
First 5 drives.
Mhm.
And, it took Georgia 3 quarters to make an adjustment on that offense, but once they did, I think Ole Miss got like less than 10 yards in the final quarter, like total yards. And without Lane Kiffin, I mean, they beat up on Tulane. So granted, their offense may not necessarily be completely out of it, but I don't think that Ole Miss is going to be able to keep up with Georgia this time. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a blowout, but I don't think it's going to be as close as last game. I think, what's the spread right now?
6.5, I think I saw.
Huh?
6.5, I think I saw.
6.5. I think Georgia covers that.
Yeah.
I think Georgia wins.
Key for me this game. You go back to the first game, back in October, whenever it was. Georgia's first offensive play was a 36-yard pass to Colby Young, who was their ex-outside receiver. He then proceeded to get hurt on said play and hasn't played since. He's back. He'll be back. He'll be playing in the Sugar Bowl. I think he's going to have a big impact. And yeah, like I said, the absence of the offensive line of Lane Kiffin, I think Ole Miss's offense is going to play fine, just not as good as it did the first time around. I think Georgia's going to make the adjustment. I think their defense has been playing a whole lot better recently than they did the first time around.
That was coming off the Tennessee game and the Bama game and the Ole Miss. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I will go the dogs on this one. Well, there's all 4 of the second round games. Like I said, this is gonna be a shorter episode. We got anything else we need to talk about or want to talk about?
I mean, not right now.
It kind of falls in a weird time because we got a lot of the news related stuff out last week.
Yeah, it was
to the bowl games.
Yeah, and it's don't really want to I mean, yeah, I don't want to say anyone's gonna beat anyone because I thought Mizzou was gonna beat Virginia. So.
Oh God, that game was ugly. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Here, how about this? Texas and Michigan, go.
That's the one game I didn't want to talk about.
All right, sorry, Vandy and Iowa. Even though this is probably not going to be out before that game.
Give me Vandy.
Okay, let's hope you're right. In the future is right.
Oh my God, please, dude. Okay, Vandy and Mizzou are the same teams. Vandy can beat Iowa. All right, let's be real.
That's funny. All right, well, like I said, short episode. We'll see you next week for more playoff stuff with recaps and the game prediction for the 2 semifinals.
And hopefully some transfer portal news.
Hopefully you got some more stuff. Yeah, because it opens in 2 days, so we should have some guys picking their new teams in between now and then. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching the Pre-Snap Pressure podcast. We will see you next week.